Hey everybody!
Hello.
Hey guys.
MaJeliv here, we're the Vasquez family, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to the official trailer of the movie Shershaah. You guys have been, our Indian fans and subscribers specifically, have been insisting very passionately on us watching this trailer, so we are extremely excited. We want to see what the buzz is about. This movie actually came out very recently, so it definitely, there's a lot of buzz around it right now. A lot of people are talking about it, and we kind of dove a little bit deeper into kind of find out what this movie is about, and it basically, Jimmy can kind of, if you want to run us down on the summary, but it's directed by Vishnu, Varadhan. It stars Siddharth, Malhotra, Kiara Advani, and Shiv Pandit. Excuse me for butchering the names.
You guys can laugh at us in the comments.
But yeah, so what's this story? What's the story about for those that are watching that have no clue?
Yeah, so this is a story of a PVC awardee, brave Indian soldier, Captain Vikram Batra, who shot to fame and became a household name during the Kargil War in 1999. His indomitable spirit and his unflinching courage in chasing the Pakistani soldiers out of Indian territory contributed immensely in India, finally winning the Kargil War in 1999.
So this is based on a true story. So we are starting off with the trailer. We do have plans on having an actual reaction to the movie. Here we go, and we'll give our thoughts after. Let's do this.
वर्दी की शान से बड़ी कोई और शान नहीं देश से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं
It's an Amazon original too. Yeah.
जैन सर लेफ्टिनेंट विक्रम बत्रा रिपोर्टिंग सर यहाँ जगह है सर जहाँ देखो वहाँ पिक्चर पोस्टकार्ड दिखाई देते हैं जगह खूबसूरत दिखती है ना उससे कहीं ज्यादा खतरनाक हिंदुस्तानी फौज से हमदर्दी करने वालों के दिलों में खौफ बना रहना जरूरी है
Wow.
वो हाल करो हिंदुस्तानी फौजियों कि कोई उनकी लाशें देखने की भी हिम्मत न जुटा तैयार है जनाब
Very intense. The visuals are.
कम से कम एक बार वॉर में जाने का मौका मिले तू सारे को मार काट के वापस आ गया कोई फिक्र न कर जानी तिरंगा लहरा कर आऊं नहीं तो उसमें लिपट के आऊं लेकिन आऊंगा जरूर
Sad reality.
Yeah.
When I did hear, I think you guys in the comments are that the movie itself, the war that it's based on. Look, there's that love relationship, the motive, right, to get back home.
love by choice and fight by profession
Oh man.
so your code name is Shershaah
Shershaah.
Wow, man. Wow. Cinematography, the colors, right?
Always,
it's got this.
Oh.
अपनी मौत उनकी मौत ये मेरा भी बड़ा फैसला है
चिंता ना हो या मेरा ब्याह विक्रम नाल मैं कभी किसी भी नाल ब्याह करूंगी
Wow, yeah. So it looks like we're gonna get a back and forth. Like that relationship's gonna mean.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Oh man, that was him getting shot.
ये दिल मांगी मोड़ से
Incredible true story.
Wow.
Vishnu, Varadhan. Yeah. I don't know. What did you guys think? What's the immediate
Such a
takeaway?
strong depiction of the horrors of the war, of the true heroism of the battle. And yeah, I think it's definitely something that will be hard to watch, but also it's one of those things you watch and you honor the sacrifice that these people made and the horror of the reality of war and lives being lost. Like that line about the flag, I mean, I know he was smiling, but you know, it's true. It's like your heroes, your family goes out to fight and then you don't know how they're coming back.
We will never know what it's like to be in their shoes, and the ability and the opportunity to be able to kind of follow Shershaah's journey and kind of see what he could have gone through.
This seems like a more grounded movie. As a film, like usually when we see trailers, they seem a little bit more like epic and big. This one seemed very much like you're watching, like you're in the war watching them experience these things.
The cinematography too will say a lot too about the parallels of, you know, going to war and being at home. Because like there's such a beauty, like in, like we've said in the previous trailers that we've seen for other movies, where it's more colorful, it's more vibrant, and then here, obviously it's on Amazon too, but I think just in general, just because of the way war affects their lives, there's less color, there's less vibrancy. But even when you see the parallels of when he's more at home, the colors pop out more. So it's showing of how leaving home almost affects his life.
Yeah, it's a
Visually, like just like environmentally, just
That's true.
it's very genius the way it's.
I think the cinematography will
cinematography is-
definitely be used purposefully, kind of like we were saying earlier. I think Indian cinema naturally has a beautiful way of, with the camera in a frame, giving you a certain feeling, a certain essence of what these characters are going through, the tone of a scene, of a certain moment, right? So
Yeah.
I think there is going to be that war grandiose in terms of like, I mean, if they do it right, we're going to feel the big explosions. And I'm curious when you hear like the sounds and when you're actually watching it. So I think a lot of it now is just watching it, and we definitely have to give our thoughts as we
I wanted to add really quick, because you were both talking about imagery and cinematics. There were some shots that reminded me of Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket, and it's a Vietnam War, and it's a lot more like that, grounded, like you're there with them. It's not so Saving Private Ryan-esque. It's just more. It's more grid.
Like
1917?
17?
No, 1917 is a whole other category. No, Full Metal Jacket is a lot what we saw here, especially in the one shot we saw in this trailer where he gets shot, and the way it's framed where he takes up the whole shot, and it's like a lighter background. The emphasis on the soldier suffering and bleeding for the cause. It's the emphasis of the green uniform, and then the backdrop of being with his other brothers in arms. It's a little bit more intimate. The camera's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit more there with them, and the colors.
it's not about the explosions and the
it looks like it could be that. This is a trailer, so once we see the film, we'll get the full scope.
I think that's the beauty of this, the way that they made this film, that you forget for a moment that you're watching a film and you're just in it. And I think it's the magic of the cinematography, the artistic, endeavor
And we have to
of
see
telling
it.
the story.
Yeah, no, we have to see
when
it.
we see it, we'll realize and see what it's like. But I know of a lot of the films I've seen trailers for, I definitely felt this one more. I felt emotionally like more connected, and I felt everything that was happening.
Shershaah, he even when he's back at home talking to his friend or who he was talking to about, he's either gonna put up his flag or he's gonna come home wrapped in it. His impact on the battlefield is gonna be reflected based on his character. That was before, because some people are more emotionally strong and heroic within themselves. They're
So you're saying a lot
their
of
strength.
who he turned out,
a lot of
what
who
he's
he
known for was already who he was. It's part of
Exactly.
who he was by nature. Gotcha.
and how this painful experience that everybody's going through is he steps up and he leads because he has heart and he has strength and
Courage.
and love, courage. Everybody has a thing to fight for, but
Yeah.
he has a certain strength in him. That's the strength of a leader.
I'm curious to see in the movie, because you mentioned love, Josh. There's a clear depiction that he makes a connection with a lovely young lady who is willing to marry him and no one else. And it looks like I would love to see in the film that they depict some of her battle of having to stay true to that, because I know there's different rules and regulations and traditions about who you marry and when you marry and why you marry.
Right.
And it looks like she's very much in love with him, and I have a feeling so is he with her, but he may be more in service of country than he is his own gain. And so there's that to explore in his character. Vikram, right?
Vikram, his code name is Shershaah, but Vikram,
right.
yeah.
I'm curious as a man myself, what is he in pursuit of? In the honor of country, the honor of family, both, and what do you have to do to attain that kind of honor, so that when you go home as a soldier, you get used to a way of life where it's constant battle, constant go go go, and then there's a sudden calm in life that creates a restlessness in a soldier. It creates a sense of lack of peace, ironically, even though you're living peacefully. So do we see a little bit of that in this, or is it just the battle? So I'm curious to see what the movie will depict about Vikram.
We cannot wait to watch this tonight and give our thoughts and kind of take you guys along our journey of watching it. But it really is we want it to be a conversation starter. So if you guys think there's things that are important to know going into this movie, that way we kind of receive it better, and with more open eyes and being aware of certain things. That way we can really understand the world and the culture a little bit more that these characters came from, that they entered into war from, and that emphasis, like my dad was saying, like we've all kind of hinted at, that any soldier really goes through is the sense of loyalty to one's country, one's dedication to honor and serve your country. There's obviously throughout history times where you could argue whether a war was worth it, whether it was lives lost, but the truth is, regardless, soldiers put their lives on the line with full hope and with the vision of a brighter future for everyone. So there's that sense of soldiers, regardless, putting their lives on the line like that. It takes a true person of courage to do such a thing. So thank you guys so much for pushing and insisting for us to watch this. We're so glad that we finally got to watching it, the trailer, and we definitely can't wait to give our thoughts on the movie. So thank you guys very much. Go out there, spread your light, and have a MaJeliv day. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.